War. War never changes.
Yo, what is going on everybody, Hypnotic here, back with another Clash Royale video, and for today we will be talking strategy. I decided to do something different on the channel, and so I'll be starting a new series about the strategic point of view in Clash Royale, such as what cards counter what and how to use them effectively. I'll be telling you all about the strategy behind this game and how to make decks that will bring you up in trophies. I'll also try to talk about cards and their counters, and also what cards to think about when making a brand new deck. And for today's video, I'll give you all 3 main tips on how to make a deck that will make you push up in arenas. So let's get started. Tip 1. Let me just start off by saying that when making a new deck, make sure to have 2 of them. This way you can switch between both of them when playing matches. This is because from my personal experience, whenever I go on a win streak, it's like the game pits me against people who have all the direct counters to my cards, and so I end up going on a losing streak, causing me to lose all the trophies that I had just earned. So make sure to have 2 decks made that you can depend on and switch to during times of need. Tip 2. Before making a deck, always think about the meta. People in matches like to use specific cards, and you need to know what cards they are playing so you can add the counters to your deck. Let me give you an example of this. When the elite barbarians were being used a lot, everybody had either skeleton army, guards, or regular barbarians counter. This made it so that they were not an issue to deal with, and made climbing up in arenas a lot easier. Tip 3. So you have a total of 8 cards in a single deck, but sometimes you just don't know what cards to bring with you. The way I see it to making a perfect deck is to have 4 main cards in your deck, which would be a building, a spell, 1 swarm card like goblins or skeleton army, and a meat card. However, there might be some people that don't do this. They might not have a tower, but they make up for it with another card that counters big pushes. Not everyone abides by this, but in most cases, it's what you want to use to have a well-rounded deck. Let me just show you an example of this. Let's say I'm making a deck. For a meat card, I could pick a golem, miner, knight, giant, any beefy card that can just get to the tower and go ham. Let's also say that I want a giant deck, so we'll go with the giant. Now we have 7 slots left in our deck. Now, I would add a swarm card, which in my case would be the skeleton army because it's cheap and effective. Next, we would choose a building. I would go with an infernal tower as it can take out tanks and most big pushes. Next up is a spell. Now, I could have more than one, but then again, that depends on the other cards that you add to your deck. I could have fireball zap, but if I'm putting a wizard in my deck, I might not really need that fireball after all. So for my spell, I would just go with just a zap. So now we put together half a deck, and all that left to do is finish it. The last 4 cards really depend on you and your preferences and what cards you feel comfortable using. I could go with the giant graveyard deck, which would look like this. Since for my last 4 cards, I chose both offense and defense cards. Or I could go with the witch electro wizard push, which would look like this. You see, it really depends on what cards you feel comfortable using and also which you prefer. So those are my 3 tips for building a perfect deck in Clash Royale. You see, it's not that hard to make a deck, and hopefully you will follow these steps and push higher in trophies. Now I am trying to keep these videos short, but also helpful, so y'all don't get bored. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you'd like to see more strategy talk. Comment down below a challenge you might want to see me do, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel. But guys, I've been Hypnotic, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video.